So in this video, we're going to be discussing how social media is going to dominate in 2021. And I say we, this is David, this is Rick. You kind of know who I am. This kind of discussion happens on a regular basis, okay? And what I want to do is genuinely create a community of like-minded entrepreneurs. But it's not, what I want you to understand is that this business isn't just about Rick and Rick's views and Rick's opinions. What Rick talks about is often highly discussed within the office, in the studio, within WhatsApp groups, you know, within like LinkedIn messages that we share at 11 o'clock at night, and Instagram, have you seen this kind of messages that we get at like 1 o'clock in the morning. We eat, sleep, breathe shit like strategy, social media. So I think like bringing people in on this discussion that we're about to have on how we feel that social media is going to dominate in 2021 is going to be an important part of you understanding our thought process and why certain things are going to happen, and B, like introduce you, David, as well as strategist for Be More Social, and also somebody that I trust and bounce ideas off as I do many others in the business. So first of all, maybe give yourself a bit of an intro.
Yeah, so hi guys, thanks for watching this video. So I work regularly with Rick on his personal brand and building this channel and building videos for you, and what we're doing for Be More Social as well and watching that grow. So yeah, it's cool to be here, and make sure you like and subscribe.
So how this conversation kind of opened up is we're like, so what do you think is going to happen in 2021? And I think with that question come a whole host of why for's social media is going to be an important part of 2021, more so than 2020, more so than any other time, 2019, and that's purely because of what we're experiencing right now. You cannot deny that we're experiencing something that's going to go down in history, and we're going to be talking about this to our grandchildren and all sorts of other things, and the way that it's affected society, the way that it's affected business, most definitely has shaped society and changed business for the future.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's like we talked about the social listening aspect, and I think the way the platforms are changing, and seeing as kind of COVID is still here, I think social media is going to play an even more important part in your business success and the growth of it now more than ever, really.
Well, look, this is something we speak about on a regular basis, and it's not because we're peacocking or you must be bored of hearing it, but we've grown, over 600% throughout COVID, okay? And that is because of the want, need, and desire to understand social a little bit more, because we now know we're going to work digitally. We now know the way we communicate cannot be the same again, certainly for a long time. As we sit here on whatever day, what day is it today?
The 22nd.
The 22nd of September. London might be going down into lockdown. There's various towns and cities all around the country right now going in various parts of semi-lockdown, and we're about maybe to go into a half term where there'll be maybe another national lockdown. All these like uncertainties happening.
Yeah, it's lots of unknowns, isn't it?
Of course there is. But the one true known is being able to communicate online. That is for sure. That is definitely going to happen. We see an increase in activity through the 3 month of lockdown. So throughout this uncertainty where people are thinking, well, I ain't going to work today, I'm going to work from home. Half term might be on lockdown, so what else can we do? And that this surge of social activity is most definitely going to happen, which means your audience is online. So why wouldn't you communicate online? The shops are struggling right at this moment in time as well, and e-commerce has risen. So having to understand that this digital landscape is now a must, and finding a way to reinvent yourself and make sure that you can deliver online is going to be really important. Okay, so what we got together is talking about how we can help people transition throughout that whole process, and what do we feel are going to be the next big things. And rather than it being another platform, all of a sudden jump up and show itself as to be the platform of the future or the next big thing, one common denominator amongst all of these platforms is the ability to do social selling. For you, now there's a massive difference between social selling and social marketing. Now, social marketing is what everybody assumes they're doing. This is going out there, posting daily on the timeline, the newsfeed, and hopefully talking to many. The algorithms you probably work closer with the clients than I do right this moment in time. You know, Dave is responsible probably for nearly 200 customers across the board, or him and his team are, and we've noticed a massive decline in algorithm. And I feel that's because we've seen a huge uptake in people taking these social media platforms on board. There's been a huge rise in the amount of adoption of of Facebook right now, and of WhatsApp, and of Instagram, and of TikTok. They have to control that with a suppression in the algorithm, otherwise people are going to be overwhelmed with info.
Yeah, just like with LinkedIn. LinkedIn, 12 months ago, LinkedIn's organic reach was through the roof. It was the best platform to be on. The videos got loads of engagement, reached thousands of people, and now it's not. You know, you can clearly see the change in 12 months from LinkedIn.
Yeah, even when you see the same level, or if not more, level of engagement, you still see that you're not reaching the same amount of people, and that's going to happen. I don't get excited about it. What we do is we reinvent and we try and think of other ways. This is why I think social selling or listening is going to play a major part. Now, we've kind of expressed a little bit, or introduced a little bit of what social media marketing is, and that is your daily drip of content every single day, almost. Now, social selling is where you're not selling one-to-many, you're selling one-to-one. You're finding somebody online, and you are purposefully reaching out, connecting, and engaging with that individual to build a relationship. Okay, it can be done on every platform, every single platform, and I think that in 2021, that's going to be a norm. Everybody's going to know how and why they should be doing it, or it's not at the start for sure, because there still is a lot of people that don't understand how to find somebody on Twitter or perform a decent search on LinkedIn for what they need, but it has to happen. It's an absolute must.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the next thing for next year's video, like it's a massive game changer. Like, there's businesses still out there that are not doing video, and they need to be. You know, you've got to start taking video seriously, and you know, consider a YouTube channel, and storing your videos on there, not just for sending to clients or customers, but actually as a discovery tool. You know, YouTube is a discovery tool, so you need to be able to. If you're on there, people are more likely to find you, because they're searching in Google and they're searching in YouTube, and you know, that's where you're going to show up. Hence why we're titling this video, you know, how social media is going to dominate in 2021. Yeah,
I think that's a really good point, actually. So you've got one-to-one social selling, you've got search as well, okay, and specifically creating long-form content to identify people's needs, okay. People are searching into Google all day long, and I don't really give too much credence to SEO or anything like that. What I give credence to is great content, all right? Now, good SEO is born through great content, you know, so don't necessarily work for the search engines, work for your audience, work for the clients that you want to attract, speak in a tone of voice that will attract the type of people that you want to work with, and then you'll get rewarding SEO. But Dave is absolutely on the money there. Video is going to play a major part. Imagine combining the two. You know, we call it the reverse engineered lead magnet. Imagine identifying somebody on LinkedIn or Twitter that needs your product and service, and you've already created a video that identifies or helps them out, and your outreach to them is, listen, I noticed you've said this on the timeline and newsfeed. I created a video last month that might just help you. Check it out. What response do you think you're going to get versus the typical LinkedIn outreach saying, hi, we have similar connections, I'd love to connect.
Yeah, the one that the message that everybody hates getting.
God. I just, look, but you still accept that connection request, right? Yeah, a lot of people do. What I want people to do is not ever worry about how many likes, followers, people that are interested, so much so in this vanity metrics. And most people will go, you're only saying that, Rick, because you're in social and that's what sort of shows you up for who you are. No, it doesn't. What you have to understand is if you've got a valuable resource of people that follow you, and they're your customers that are going to preach your every single word, you will get engagement from the right kind of people, and it's that what matters to us. Results.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. And I think they're probably the main things. I think for next year, to if you're doing your outreach, it's going to be the biggest part.
Yeah.
And you are still creating engaging content, through video.
100%.
I think they're probably going to be the two major things that are going to dominate next year.
Yeah. So I think to summarise, we're saying social selling, so listening on the timelines and news feeds, videos. You could use videos in a myriad of different ways, like we are doing here today, creating how-to videos and things like that, and as well combining the two, using a video in a sensible outreach will give you a huge amount of value. And the third one was something else, I can't remember. Long form content, educating people with the right kind of content that is discoverable. Okay, people are searching for assistance all the time, and if you're not there and you don't show up in the right place, then unfortunately I think you're going to miss the boat.
Yeah, cool.
Do you want to end the video?
Okay, thanks guys for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and found it valuable. If you have, let us know down below in the comments. How do you think social media will dominate in 2021? Be good to see some of those comments. And
Bastard. He did so much better than I usually do.
like and subscribe.